Hi everyone and welcome back to the March monthly Warlord tournament from SD League. Stepping back to March because I wanted to catch these last two round 5 games with Lathans and Darkneutron because they're both such fantastic players. They're sure to be a fun watch. Darkneutron playing over on the left in blue as the 5th Panzer Division, and over on the right in red we have Lathans playing as the 39th Infantry Division. Early cap for both players at the back there, and MI24K pushing up quite far here for Lathans, looking to take out any recon. Sure enough, Darkneutron spotted it, has got his recon out, but is going to be in a difficult position against that chopper. As usual for this map, we are on 2 lakes, so Lathans will take this point, and Darkneutron will take this point. And then there will be a good spread of units. Now, this map can sometimes be a lot about map control and positioning units well. Both these players, very experienced, know how to position units. SU-27S going toe-to-toe with the F-104, and the F-104 gets the kill. Loads of Cubs firing there. 2 Cubs trying to kill that F-104. Oh, and it does go down. That was a lot of missiles from the Cubs to kill that, though. Alpha Jet in to try and kill that chopper. Unfortunately, not the best to kill a chopper. It does have its gun, but it doesn't have any anti-air missiles, even close-range ones. It's getting hit by the Iglas that are dotted around. Quite a lot of anti-air for Lathans at this stage. I'm seeing 3 Iglas, 2 Cubs. Very defensive posture in general from Lathans right now. Slightly more aggressive force here perhaps from Darkneutron. It actually looks like he's pushing. Oh wow, he's actually pushing across the center. And honestly, Lathans doesn't have anything to deal with this right now. So sometimes we tend to see, you know, ATGMs being placed in these buildings or this forest line here to cover this area. Lathans hasn't actually done that. To be fair to Lathans, it's rare that people push across the middle. He is bringing down the T-62 and the BMP-2 to try and help, as well as the chopper there. But once in a while, you do see someone push across the middle like this. And this is a nice twist from Darkneutron because it's not often the thing we expect. I wasn't expecting it myself. So this is a nice idea because I don't think Lathans was quite expecting it either. But the big thing about Lathans is he can respond to what you're doing. So just because you've caught him potentially off guard doesn't mean that you've really caught Lathans off guard. A little bit of a push here from Darkneutron, and I mean, this is one of the things you see is the player on Darkneutron's side trying to push into this area and cut off these reinforcement roads here, because if Lathans can't bring stuff along there, it's hard to reinforce this point. Often when we see this sort of thing happening, the person on Lathan's side often pushes the bottom of the map, but at the moment he doesn't have anything there, and it looks like he's mainly planning to try and defend here as he is bringing in a couple more tanks there. He also has this vehicle rolling around the back here. Is that 2 SPG9 vehicles trying to take out reinforcements? Just a little bit of harassment of supply lines. Sometimes it makes all the difference. It means that Darkneutron has to worry about that as well. Obviously, a chopper or a good jet would make short work of that. But in the meantime, Darkneutron is definitely going to lose that roll on 3. There's no way that's going to survive this. There it goes. Boom. Lathans making good use of this tank and this BMP-2 to try and take out these tanks with their long-range missiles. Leo 2A3 command tank, though, will pull up a hell of a fight against these units. Lathans does have this T-80BV on the way, though, as well as the other T-62, so he can put up a bit more of a fight. Leo 1A1A1s, they're not bad units, let's be fair. They're not the best tank, but they can put down a lot of supporting fire, and they're reasonably cheap. What's happening at the back here? I'm trying to keep an eye on these SPG9s. Surely Darkneutron knows that that's going on. He's bringing in a huge tank at the top there, and a couple of Leo 1A1A1s. 3 more of those, and the Leo 2A3. So he's planning to do a push on the top here. Darkneutron is going to hit this point from both sides. Now, bear in mind that Lathans has pulled all of his defensive forces from the top, his tank, etc., down to the bottom of that point now. So Darkneutron's plan here is to put the squeeze on Lathans by the looks of it. T62 getting hit by the Leo 203 command tank there. Is smoking. Lathans will try to get that out. Get it repaired, the same as he did with the BMP2 there. Lathans having a good push back here. Has managed to clear out one squad of infantry which is running away. This squad's taken damage. The Lux perhaps in a little bit of trouble. Oh, SU-25 AT coming in for that tank. Is smoked very quickly by Dark. Gepard getting plenty of hits on that, but these tanks taking fire from the chopper as well. SU-25 goes down. That's a nice kill for the Gepard. Always a difficult jet to take out. Not much movement up here as yet from those tanks. They are slowly pushing forward. Gepard trying to take out that chopper now. It is being an annoyance for Darkneutron. At the back, we still see that these these SPG9 vehicles, they're just little jeeps. They are still there, being a bit of harassment. Recon chopper out for Darkneutron though to see where they are. At the moment, Darkneutron mainly bringing in units at the top to avoid having to deal with those SPG9s. Down at the bottom, there are finally some reinforcements coming in down here for Lathans, pushing into this building set here. Now, that Lux is finally dead. Oh, T62 killed. I think that was the one possibly that was already damaged though. T80 coming in for the Leo now. Front armor shot. Leo returns fire. Leo smokes. Leo does have the ability to repair and rearm there. Now, Darkneutron doesn't know it, but there's literally an Igla stood in front of him. He could be in that point now, but he doesn't know this. And pushing against Lathans is scary for anybody, no matter who you are. So to push through the center like this, Darkneutron has, you know, some serious balls of steel, for lack of a better term, because that is a scary prospect, pushing across open ground towards Lathans. I think this is being really well played by Darkneutron right now. It's keeping Lathans stretched a little bit. He's having to worry about multiple places. He just needs to get these units moving to stretch Lathans even more, because at the moment Lathans is now pivoting. Like I said, he might, or players do, is that he's going to try and push this point now, because he's probably realised there's not a lot defending it since there's so much up here. And he's slowly bringing in more units to also defend there. You know, he's got a split of units. There's an attack chopper down here. Yeah. So, originally Lathans had told those units to get out in this building. He now told them to get out here instead. You know, he's getting closer and closer to this point. Loads more tanks being called in there. But these Motorstrelky BMP are going to be in this town. That is a big, big problem for Darkneutron. He now needs to get into this top point. Because right now, Lathans has the bigger force here, just as Darkneutron has the bigger force up here. But Lathans is pushing aggressively. So now Darkneutron needs to do the same. He's managed to clear up all of this mess at the back. But look at this. Those two little vehicles, look at how much damage they have done to the Leos that came in here. One is routed and that one there. I don't think anything else has been around there. I think it was just those two vehicles. But the amount of problems that is caused for Darkneutron. Sometimes getting a couple of little harassment units around the back can make a world of difference. Darkneutron being quite aggressive here, pushing really close to the T80. He wants to be up close and personal, do maximum damage, and there it is, dead. Absolutely beautiful. Trying to keep an eye on what's going on down here as well. Apache rocket attack coming in to try and clear out some of these units. Really effective against those BMP2s. Infantry still an issue. Rocket attack jet coming in as well. Really nice cleanup here from Darkneutron using rocket attack choppers and jets. Now calling in some infantry as well. Struggling to get into this town though. He's managing to clear up a lot of this stuff. He's managed to kill the big bad tank, the T80. He now needs to clear out these T62s. These units as well up here aren't on the move yet, which is a shame. Another rocket attack coming in, going for the T80 down here. Taking hits from the Cub though. Or maybe not taking hits. Oh no, there we go, finally. I was going to say, but the Cubs are now out of missiles. Igla was firing at it as well, but didn't get a hit, so it will get out alive. That is a very, very lucky Alpha Jet. Dice rolls very much in Darkneutron's favour. Another T-80 in here. Apache Rocket getting some shots off. Most of the tanks up here are dead. Just the 2A3 surviving. Here we go. This group pushing in now from the top there from Darkneutron. Been waiting for that for a little while. SU-25AT are coming in for them, though. The Roland will cause it issues. It's veering off. It's taking a hit from one. It's taking a hit from another. That is a very lucky SU-25. They do take a lot of hits in this game. Good progress here from Darkneutron. He is in the point, just not quite in the buildings yet. Calling in more reinforcements. Another 2A3 coming in there. Expensive tanks, but very strong tanks. Lathan sneaking up with his T-62 to get a closer shot on that Leo 2A3. Because obviously the closer it is, the higher the damage it does, because it is a kinetic cannon. I think it's every 195 meters it gets closer, it does an extra point of damage, or an extra point of penetration specifically. Pushback in here for Darkneutron. Now, it is the case that Lathan's never actually got a command in there, so he never actually took that point. Equally, we're not seeing Darkneutron take the point at the top either. So this is very stalemated right now in terms of points. Hard to say where it's going in terms of actual map control. I mean, Darkneutron is doing a good pushback at the bottom here, but he's struggling to get in the top because equally Lathans appears to be pushing back. He's got two T-80s up here again. And a T-62. And as you'll notice, the Leo 2A3 is dead. I think that tank must have got it, or one of the T-80s got it. I didn't see it die. Maybe one of you guys caught it. It might still be on the video in the top corner. But Lathan's being pushed back out of this point. But equally, Darkneutron being pushed back out of this point at the top. Some more Leos are arriving here, along with some supply. Leo 2A4 coming in for this point now. Will be very handy against these big T-80s. BMP2, great fire support unit. Here's a command coming in for Lathans at the bottom. Leo 1A1 gets the final blow there. Could do with a repair, however. Still a T-80 in play at the bottom. Unfortunately, Leo 1A1A1s are just no match for those T-80s. The T-80s are going to absolutely mince them. Be it by missile or cannon. There it goes. Another one dead. Leo 2A3 being called in back here. And this 2A4 still coming in quite far. It will take a hit or two. But it's not the be-all and end-all on its own. Could really do with waiting for the 2A3 to arrive. Up here, there is only the Leo 1A1A1s left. I'm sure there was a 2A3 up there as well. T-62 is killed there. Leo 2A4 gets a nice hit on the T-80. Lathan's retreating that back. Second hit. Doesn't get the kill though. Leo 2A4 is a scary beast. Gets the finishing blow. Lathan's thinking twice now. Pulling back. Getting into a more defensive position. What's happening down the bottom? Lathan's at the very edge of the point, but hasn't managed to breach it in again. Certainly the command is sat outside. And a few more units arriving to defend this point. Some supply perhaps being moved in to rearm everything. Leo 2A3 command tank sitting in that point as well. Some SPG9s coming down here again. And another T-80 coming in. And there's been no movement in points this entire game. This is all being pure combat and positioning. A little bit of a lull. Oh no! Darkneutron is pushing out from this point. He wants to try and clear up some of Lathan's stuff. But Lathan's made very short work of those tanks. Oh, nice! Leo 2A3 gets the kill on the T-80. That's the T-80 dealt with. One Leo 1A1A1 survived all of that. But look at that. In response, Lathans is having to pull his infantry back. No longer having that fire support of the tank. Leo 2A3 and 2A4 pushing up together here. And another 2A3 coming in there. Where's this tank off to? It's coming towards the center. And these tanks, also, all of his tanks are moving down here. That one's going up here. Interesting. Tanks being used for fire support in this area now. Marker's gone down. That is Lathan's putting a marker down on the fence there. Just so he knows where it is. Not seeing any artillery from Lathans this game. He has been favouring artillery of late in some tournament games. No artillery on the other side either. Loads of Sapri coming in here. Are they just racing? They are racing into this town. Not a lot to stop them, to be honest. There are going to be some Pioneers with satchel charges ready to engage them. But I think they will deploy. There goes the satchel charges from the ones in the building. Apache rocket. Oh, yes. Satchel charges do some damage there. Apache rocket is going to be a big help here. Though I think the Apache rocket attacked the vehicle. Strella's now engaging on the Apache. Sapri have gained a foothold. Pioneers have retreated. And the command is moving in. This is where we start to see a change in the points. I do notice there is an Iltis command up there for Darkneutron as well. 22.5 minutes left of this game. And it's really hard to call it. Leo 2A3 being pushed in to take out the Sapri. Obviously very effective against the Sapri, though the Mortar Strelki may cause an issue. Yes, he's having to retreat that from the Mortar Strelki. Doesn't really want to engage them. Currently +2 to Lathans. He is ticking up those points. All these T-80s pushing around here now, and the BMP-2s going up against the Leos. They are laying down a lot of firepower on these Leos, getting multiple hits at a time because there are just simply more of them. Leo 2A4 is in trouble. Leo 2A3 now taking lots of hits. Simply about a lot of numbers here. Darkneutron having to retreat. Calling in another 2A4. Oh, Gepard gets the hit. Or gets hit even. SU-25 ATs coming in to try and finish off these tanks at the back. They're going to get attack commands once these tanks can be seen again. Missiles going in at them as well. 2A4 is finished off. One of the SU-25s is taken out. The other one is engaging on the tanks. Oh, it gets them both. I think it got them both. Oh, dear. And the Leo 1A1A1's in the middle there. Pose no threat at all. Really good maneuvering on the tanks here from Lathans. Just completely outmatched in terms of numbers and positioning there for poor Darkneutron. Those Leos are such strong tanks, but Lathans was just right place, right time. Really well played. Continues to be +2 for Lathans. And at the moment, I do not see Darkneutron getting into this point. He needs to somehow clear up these tanks. There's some Kunkers there as well. You know, there's very long range in terms of the missile capability of these tanks. Infantry on infantry combat here. I think that that was being used as a recon vehicle. Pioneers being moved closer here, perhaps so they can throw their satchel charges. Yeah, there it goes. Satchel charges against these Sapri, who have none left. You can just see the little satchel charges going out. They look like little rockets. Fine. Darkneutron managing to clear this point out. Command has been withdrawn. He doesn't have any anti-tank infantry there to finish off that command, though. These guys with the RPG-29 miss the 2A3 commander and are taken out by it. Lathan's pulling back to a more defensive position here. The 2A4 and 2A3 are in, but he's pulled right back up here as well, Darkneutron. Marders with Panzer Grenadiers coming in there. This command, where's it off to? She's pulling back to a safer position. More Sapri coming in here, trying to get out in the middle of this town. Unless Lathans has something to kill that tank, he's going to have to rethink these guys, I think. Because that tank will be able to kill them as they come in. Oh, there's two T-80 BVs there. I missed that. Long-range missiles going in on that tank. One hit. Smoke down. That's good. I didn't even see those. Just sitting at the back there waiting. Good fire support. Really good fire support. Sat really far back. SU-25 AT coming in. Looking for a kill on that Leopard commander. Here come the Sapri. And there's nothing here really to stop them coming in. Unless these guys at this side can get some shots off. Doesn't look like it. They're in and they're spreading out. Do as much AoE damage. Oh, they're not spreading out anymore. He's just evac'd them. Oh, because the tank's there. Because the tank's there. SU-25 goes down. Good shooting from the Roland 3 there. Very little movement at the top. I think by the looks of Darkneutron's trying to get in the very top of the point now. To see the build-up of forces up there again. Could smoke and go in. Still point advantage to Lathans, but it's currently neutralized. He's just going in here. He's all in. Leo 2A3 is in a bit of bother, though. Taking a lot of damage. Marder moving in, but that T-80 will cause it issues. Command back in here. Back to +2 for Lathans. Lathan's going for the kill on the command. Oh, no, he went for the Marder. I thought he was going to go for the command there. Oh, he is. He is. He's hunting it. He's just struggling to get through the buildings. Apache being rushed over to try and engage with its cannon. Oh, it gets the kill on the command. +4 to Lathans. With 16 minutes left of this game. T-80 taking rocket fire from the Apache. 2 Iglas have been dropped off, though. Apache taking fire. Attempting to evac. Oh, we'll get out alive. Darkneutron has to make a move sooner or later now, with 15 minutes left. Oh, the chopper did get killed. The Igla must have got range on it. Oh, the Strella's in the middle there. I didn't see what it was, but the chopper is dead. Another tank being called in down the bottom here. And a command tank on its way as well. But a T-80 BVK coming in too. Lathans does not want to give up this point. Command very briefly in this top corner for Darkneutron. Has now been retreated. T-80's pushing up from the bottom. And the BMP-2. 3 T-80s, a BMP-2. Conker's pushing up as well. Smoke going down in front of the tanks, I guess. But these infantry caught out on their own, taking lots of supporting fire from these tanks. They're going to get minced. Command being pushed back in here. Nope, changed his mind. Down at the bottom, Lathans completely in control at this point now. Is flooding units in there. Does not want to give that up. Command tank actually being moved to the top. Lathans feels comfortable that he's defended that now. He's moving his command tank to the top just in case. Conker's now in a position to fire out up that way. Can put pressure on these tanks. Smoke going down in this corner. Conker's missile is out. Gets a hit on the Leo 2A4. As soon as these appeared, immediately multiple missiles going in. 2A4 taking multiple hits. It's got good front armor, but it's still suffering. You know what I said about Lathans and artillery? There is an Uragan. It is finally in. Hitting this back corner. Uragan very strong right now in the game. Huge blast radius on those missiles as they land. Do an immense amount of damage. I would argue a little bit too much still. It's the blast radius that's an issue for them at the minute, rather than the actual damage they do. But lots of balancing still to do on stuff. I'm sure Lathans would disagree. He likes using it. An attempt to push back in here from Darkneutron. He is bringing in some Leos. A couple of Leo 2A3s there. Already taking a lot of fire though. T80BV down at the bottom here obviously has a chance of getting side shots on these tanks. Another 2A3 coming in the back there. Currently +2 to Lathans, as there is a command sat in the smoke in this back corner. But as soon as that smoke's gone, that Iltis will die. "12.5 minutes left, give or take. And Lathans is holding strong at the bottom. He is losing infantry, but he's holding. That Iltis is damaged up there. And this Uragan is rearming and reloading and getting ready to fire on this corner. So one way or another, that Iltis is going to die. All the tanks sat in here. It's good positioning. They need to be able to fire out as well, though. One T80 is down. There's still 2 remaining. T80 BVK coming in from the side. Puts a lot of pressure on these tanks because they have to face a certain way. And if, you know, they're not facing the right way, one of these tanks at either side could potentially get a side shot on them. Or indeed the Conkers down here, which still have 3 missiles left. There's also a chopper up here. Doesn't have any anti-tank missiles. This one does, though, and is moving... just moving back, to be fair. Darkneutron trying to get back in this point. T80 at the bottom being a bit of harassment. Smoke going down again. I'm just waiting for this to fire. There's another Uragan in. No messing about from Lathans. While one is finishing reloading, the other one is already firing. Ah, the one that was reloading has now been switched in its target to hit down the bottom here at these units coming in. There we go. Uragan firing at that top corner. Goodbye, Iltis. There it is, dead. This one, not quite there yet. Still reloading. Chopper doing a good job at holding back Darkneutron's forces. Another command coming in this top corner, but currently +4 to Lathans. He has breached the halfway mark in points. He is 1,100 and counting. What a hard-fought game by both of these guys. Darkneutron doing that very early aggressive push across the middle there, which was unexpected. It's not done very often. And I don't think Lathans expected it initially either, but Lathans, as I say, he's able to respond to pretty much anything. Here comes that other Uragan firing on this area now. All these reinforcements coming in. Look at the damage output. And all the infantry caught in the middle of that. He has managed to pull his tanks back. But the infantry absolutely mangled. Nine minutes left. And Darkneutron pushed out of both points. It indeed should be +4 for Lathans. And I'm struggling to see a way for Darkneutron to get back in here. He's got plenty of tanks here. It's mostly Sappery here, though there are a couple of Motorstrike BMP there that could get side shots on these tanks. Still that T80 on one or two pips of health at the bottom. And up here, that Iltis command going in this corner again. SC-25AT knocking around. Uragan's reloading again. There's the command in. Back to +2 for Lathans. More reinforcements coming in, including another command there for Darkneutron, just to try and hold that point. And Darkneutron almost back in this point here. Another T80 BV coming in for Lathans, though. Good use of Marder here. Though, SG-25AT coming in. Going for the kill on that command tank. Command tank possibly going to take fire from these two tanks back here. Currently they're busy killing the recon infantry. SG-25AT in again. Doesn't get a kill. Darkneutron, 3 Leo 2A3s here. He needs to kill some of these T80s. And these anti-tank infantry are an issue. Doing a lot of damage. Motorstrike BMPs moving down from the top. As I say, the concern of the side shot from these guys. Command tank is in. Points are neutralized. There's still a command at the top here being smoked. Uragan's getting ready to fire again. One at the top, one at the bottom. Darkneutron done a good job here getting back into this bottom point. Managed to clear up most of the Motorstrike. Managed to clear up the anti-tank infantry in front of him. Managed to clear out the tanks as well. Still a tank down here. Currently getting repaired. That T80 BV. Back to full health. Metis being pushed up to try and engage. Going for a hit on the Leo 2A3 at the back there. Can't shoot at the Marder though. Marder's pushing in here now, taking fire from the repaired T80. Commander's being killed at the top again. Back to +2 for Lathans with 6 minutes left to go. This is now a really tough game with such a big advantage to Lathans in points. Darkneutron will fight as hard as he can though. Reinforcements coming down from the top for Lathans. The T80 coming in, and here's the Uragan. Going for the command tank, has managed to stun it. Command tank managing to move out of dodge. T80 firing at the Leo 2A3 there. Oh, Leo 2A3 and command tank engaging on it though. It's almost dead. Can he finish the job this time? Yes, he can. Oh, but the Leo 2A3 at the top's killed. Was that the T80 that got it? I'm not sure what got the final blow at the top. Possibly the T80 coming in there. Good counter push here from Lathans from the top. Rocket attack going in, but it is taken out. Darkneutron trying what Lathans tried, bringing those pioneers in really close. It's not deployed them though, so they immediately got blown up by the RPGs. Just under 5 minutes left. Currently neutralized. Darkneutron is in control of this bottom point once more. But there's the surrender. Commiserations, Darkneutron. That was an incredibly hard-fought game. And your push at the start was absolutely outstanding. I was not expecting that. It's rare anyone pushes across the middle at the start. But really well played. Obviously, a kills to losses difference, but it's not gigantic. I'd say that's pretty reasonable. Really well played. Let's have a look at MVP. Ignoring the tanks, Conkers did a good job. Mostly infantry in their vehicles. At the other side, Apache did a good job. Well, that's a hard one. I think the Apache gets it. Because it did a pretty good job. Because it's just an Apache rocket. Lux also did a good job. I mean, it's between the Apache and the Conkers at the other side, I guess. Yeah. Either way, both the units did very well. But really great game, guys. Cannot wait for Game 2. We'll have that on the channel tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please do like, share, subscribe. And I'll see you all soon for some more Warno.